Saturday, I think it's the 12th of November. Yeah, I just want to say a few things. I'm going to start uploading now the documentation from this week onwards, more or less once and for all. I'll take off there now where I left off, which is leaving that Baha'i religion there now with my ex and then bringing her to court. And I want to talk about the experiences that myself and my family's had to deal with after breaking up with this kind of person who's now lodging paperwork or safety orders and maintenance to bring me back to court. I just want to explain, and I'm going to show documentation that this person cannot be trusted, because if she can be proven to be a liar, which I'm going to prove, I'm going to show documentation. I'm going to show what this person portrays is misleading people, and if she can be proven to be a liar, she can be discredited. And basically, what else is she lying about? So yeah, I'm going to take it from there, and then I'll move on from there, and events with the council and so on, and how I end up arguing with members of Sinn Féin and a whole Halligan situation. And I will go into all that and how Waterford Gardaí are essentially protecting all this, because this there's a lot of background stuff there now in an effort to try and provoke me. As you know, there's been a lot of issues over the last few days with this fucking building work going on there now. Actually, no, it started the 12th of September. That was the day before my daughter's birthday, very conveniently. Maybe it was a coincidence, maybe it wasn't. But there's been an implication there now that this builder spoke to my neighbour there, and he arranged to do work there yesterday, arranged the time with her, trying to keep her sweet basically. And his attitude towards this woman and the attitude towards me are miles apart, do you know what I mean? But I was standing there, thought I was gone in basically, and he was telling the woman that basically trying to gaslight me that I think he's part of the government and all this shit, and fucking that I can't be spoken to and I can't be reasoned with and fucking. So that implies basically that he was either been speaking with me or that he tried to reason with me. He didn't try and speak with me or reason with me. He went up and he done this fucking drilling kangaroo thing, do you know what I mean? And caused the child to fucking start crying and then he done the same thing again then a week later. Do you know what I mean? And then I did approach her the second time down there, and I sent her the recordings over to the agent, and then it was done the third time. The third time he done it, then he created a leak, and I put up the picture of that. And then it was done the fourth time. Then I had to bring the child out to the doctors, and we got a letter off the doctor to say that the child should be given an opportunity to leave the apartment. 15 minutes notice is all we were looking for. 15 minutes notice, and they wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? So you can put two and two together yourself on why you would not give someone 15 minutes notice if you're going up Kangaroo after say 5 o'clock in the day. Do you know what I mean? Number one, you wouldn't do it. Professionally, you wouldn't do it. You'd knock in and you'd say it. So that's professionally what you would do. Do you know what I mean? Respectfully, you would do this. And if you had the same respect that he had speaking to me neighbour, trying to butter her up, do you know what I mean? As he did when he was talking to me, but he didn't. He had a totally different attitude. And I understand he's only doing his job, and I understand he's being sent down, and the real fault of this is the person that's sending him down to do this. But misleading people and implying that I can't be spoken to and all this that implies that you've been speaking to me. You haven't been speaking to me. We had one or two words after I had to approach him. Do you know what I mean? Where you told me that you're going to deal what you want, take it up to the owner. Do you know what I mean? And then your second time, what was it? What was your little comment that you made? Oh, we all know you won't ring the garage, is that right, John? And we know why. Something like that. I don't know him, they're using me name and his little shitty comments with the garage, do you know what I mean? So that'll tell you it was done on purpose. And as I said, if he done it the first time by accident, he would have knocked in the second time and said, look, can we just sort the time or whatever? I apologise about that. There was none of that. He done this 4 times. It's purposely been done. And now they won't give the name of the fucking owner of the apartment. The agent won't give the name. The builder won't give the name. Do you know what I mean? He won't ring. He won't knock in. Do you know what I mean? Despite doctor's letters. Despite a letter from the doctor. Despite a letter from the doctor to say that the child should be given ample time to fucking get out of the apartment before this starts off. That it was creating physical and emotional distress on the child. Do you know what I mean? So you would do that, just out of respect you would do that to avoid all of this. But rather than avoid all of that, this is the approach that was taken. So do you know what I mean? So they can try and gaslight my fucking mental health all they want. And I understand the builder is only sent down by whoever is sending him down. Do you know what I mean? That was never my issue. I never said he was part of the government. But I have fucking implied that fucking whoever owns that apartment up over us it'd be interesting to see, has he any links to Waterford City Council or Waterford Gardaí or any of the other people I'm complaining or Sinn Féin or that, do you know what I mean? Because there's obviously some kind of reason why they won't give these details. Yeah, so I'm going to go back anyway from this week onwards, and I'll start showing paperwork once and for all. And do I think everyone is corrupt? Of course I don't think everyone is corrupt, do you know what I mean? I heard an analogy there the other day. Basically, you have 3,000 people and 2,999 are all facing one way, and you have that one person that's fucking facing the other way. And that's what it feels like to me, do you know what I mean? Like I'm the only one facing the other direction against all these. And is this whole crowd corrupt? Obviously not, because there's safety in numbers, do you know what I mean? And a lot of people sees what's been done to me and what's done to my family, and they're like, fuck that, that could be potentially done to me. So I don't think everyone is corrupt, but it benefits so many people, right? With links to Waterford City Council, with links to a certain fucking current politician who has links to a past politician and corrupt Gardaí and local small time criminals. That should all be fucking out, like. Of course that should be out, do you know what I mean? Like, it benefits these people to keep a lid on all this, do you know what I mean? And this is not everyone, do you know what I mean? This is a small handful of people, do you know what I mean? And I'd say they're using their corruption, right? To fucking pull strings all over the place. They can dress it up and they can say that they're using their influence. If that's a nicer way, if they want to put it, because that's basically what they're doing. They're putting it in a nicer way, but it's not, it's corruption, do you know what I mean? Like if you were passing the bank and you only seen one person working there and you went in and robbed the place, would that be classed as being an opportunist? No, theft is fucking theft, crime is crime, corruption is corruption. Yeah, but every effort is to just kind of like harass our kind of like family life. Let's be honest about it, because it kind of creates a lot of kind of stress, because we've already been fucking wrongly evicted out of 2 homes. Do you know what I mean? With input from Waterford City Council, which they're trying to cover up, and I'm going to get to all of that. And they are desperate to cover up this. This is why our local politician, who's had to been dealing with fucking known criminals, he's had to been dealing with corrupt Gardaí, and he's still dealing with a fucking local groomer. That's all I'm going to say. This person has like fucking multiple fucking accusations of grooming, and he's linked in with this person's family to cover for him. Yeah, so like this gets really, really toxic. And as you can see, I'm probably jumping from one thing to another thing, but I'm going to go back now and I'll just start talking about when I left that whole Baha'i thing in 2014, and then my ex is still in it. And I'm going to just talk about the experiences that we suffered at the hands of this fucking person. And you can make up your own minds about the character of this person based on the information that I gave you and based on the documentation. I'm going to explain some very fucking strange stuff and some horrible kind of nasty psychological stuff, and all these people ran with it. This is basically it. They all ran with it. They all spread all this sexual slander in an effort to try and get rid of me, basically. But they never asked why this was being spread, really, or how it was being spread or anything. And when the truth started to come to life, basically, they decided to try and make it look like it was true, and basically harass my family. Not even me, they're harassing my family now at this stage. So yeah. And I've been writing to Helen McEntee, I have to say. I'm still waiting for a response. Yeah, I'm going to keep putting pressure on the Minister of Justice to just kind of call for an inquiry. That's all I'm looking for with this, is an inquiry, so I can present my case to have it taken to the courts. That's it. But for whatever reason, they won't let me do this. I'm supposed to be entitled to due process and all this kind of stuff. But my rights are non-existent. Do you know what I mean? I said it before. They're treated like they're privileges. If I talk about X, Y, and Z, they're removed. My human rights are removed if you talk about certain things. And too many people take this shit, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, so I'll leave it there now, and I'll start explaining this kind of stuff with me ex, which began all this, and I'll show documentation that discredits this person's character. And that leaves a huge question mark. If she's had to been lying about this, this, and this, well, her credibility surely is shot. And this has nothing to do with any kind of revenge and not letting go of a relationship or anything. This person appeared publicly on podcasts and defamed me and fucking spoke about me. So I'm simply just like defending myself, being honest with you. Except by me defending myself, I'm exposing this person for fucking misleading and lying people. And every effort there now was being done to kind of like protect this person, because so many other people like went around with kind of what was spread. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there now, and I'll just produce the kind of paperwork and you can make your own minds up.